In this video presentation, we're going to cover the operation of the animated application built for Stryker. We're also going to cover how to connect my sensor tag to the application and interact with the application with sensor readings from my sensor tag. And we're going to cover some of the key benefits of the application. One of the key benefits of the application itself is to introduce the concepts of IoT and Internet of Things to Stryker. It's to help the customer to try to envision an IoT solution that may be beneficial for them, leveraging the SAP HANA solutions and IoT. Upon launching the application, I get an informational page that appears. And this informational page tells me a little bit about Stryker. And one of the interesting points that I noticed, and this is directly from their webpage itself, is that Stryker's history is rooted in innovation. The company's goal was to help patients lead a healthier, more active life through product and services that make surgery recovery simpler, faster, and more effective. And that's what this application aims to do. We're going to track the progress of a specific patient through the rehabilitation process. This patient had knee replacement surgery, so we want to be able to track her effectiveness in completing her rehabilitation exercises. So if I scroll to the bottom of the page, we're going to connect my sensor tag to the actual application. You'll see an active sensor or active Stryker sensor list. Currently, my sensor tag is not listed. Now I'm going to connect my sensor tag to this application in the exact same way that I would connect my sensor tag to one of the IoT dashboards developed by Jeff Durnwald and his Solution Experience team. From the web page on my iPhone or iPad, I'm going to launch the EvoThings client. The actual link is called Launch Bridge for Sensor Tag IoT. Once the bridge is launched, I'm going to turn on my sensor tag. Soon my sensor tag will appear in this list. There it is. Now I'm going to select my sensor tag. Now my sensor tag readings are going to be used in the application. I'm going to close this informational text box and the application begins. Initially, we're presented with an informational page. Our focus is going to be around a specific knee replacement system. I certainly can do analysis and track rehabilitation process for any one of the systems or any one of the patients themselves, but our focus is going to be around the triathlon titanium knee and a specific customer or patient by the name of Janice Smith, located or who had her procedure performed at the Cleveland Clinic by the caregiver Paul Solline. So I'm simply going to select Janice Smith. Now upon launching her informational page itself, our focus is going to be around one exercise called the straight leg lift. And we're going to track her progress through this exercise over time. She had the operation on 8/15/2015, so we're in about day 5 of the process itself. So on day 1 in this chart down below, we track that she completed about 8 of her reps. On day 2, only 7, day 3, 10, and day 4, 10. Now, this is where we begin to interact with the application itself. So I'm going to take this sensor and place it in the palm of my hand. The sensor flat side is going to be touching the palm of my hand. So the actual keyhole in the sensor cover itself is going to be closest to the palm of my hand. Now I'm going to take my arm and stick it straight out. I'm going to begin to raise my arm, and you'll notice the progress of the person lying down. Their leg begins to raise. Once I reach 100%, you'll notice my counter here begins to count. I'm going to hold it for a count of 5. Once it says rest, I'm going to bring my arm down. Up again to the count of 5. Once it says rest, bring it down. And it now says I've completed 2 reps. Up again, count to 5. When it says rest, bring my arm down. And we've completed 3 reps. Now the important or the benefit here is that we are actually capturing all of the information on the screen in our SAP HANA database. We've got information about our patient, when the actual procedure was performed, the number of reps she's completed. We also capture this information in her progress bar. So if she did not complete an actual rep itself, we know what percentage of that rep she completed. So as we again begin to track this information for this specific patient, there's not true benefit. But if we capture information for many patients across the country, we can begin to see, and for many exercises, we can begin to see the true value of the actual application itself. We can begin analysis for many patients across the country for specific regions, let's say. Maybe there's a rehabilitation program that is performing or has better results than another rehabilitation program. There are certain parts of the country, due to climate effects that affect our knee system or hip system, where we're not getting as good a results as we would in other parts of the country. So there's many different pieces of analysis we can perform against the information we're actually capturing with the application itself. So I'm now going to move to exercise number 2, and to do that I'm just going to simply click on this informational button next to number 2, and another screen will launch. Now in this exercise we're going to track the actual movement of the knee. So our goal here is to achieve full range of motion, which is essential in any rehabilitation program for a patient who's had either knee surgery or knee replacement surgery. Now, to do this, I'm going to place the sensor in its jacket with the flat side out, and the sensor is going to be tucked in my sock by my ankle bone, with the keyhole pointing down towards the ground. So flat side out, keyhole pointing down towards the floor, and the sensor tag in its jacket tucked in my sock near the knee bone. Once I have the sensor in place, I'm going to simply stand up and begin to move my the lower part of my leg towards my thigh or buttocks. And you can begin to see the actual range of the motion of the knee itself as I take my knee closer to my buttocks. And then down with the knee itself to the relaxed position, and then back up. And then down. So a couple of points of interest in this on this page itself is we are, again, not only capturing the information about the specific patient, but we're also capturing the angle of her knee during the actual exercise itself, so we can track the full range of motion. Full range of motion is key in any rehabilitation program to achieve full range of motion after you've had that knee replacement surgery or any type of knee surgery. So again, capturing this information, the angle of the knee itself through time, is of vital importance. So now we're going to move to our last page in this in the application itself, and that's the reporting tab. And you see a little reporting symbol in the upper right hand corner of the application. If I simply click it, we get a picture of the United States and different territories in the United States. This is just a bit of an informational diagram here on how we capture information from many patients, perform analysis in the cloud with SAP HANA, and then deliver the actual reports themselves. So I'm going to select the Midwest initially. Now the pie chart on top tells me how many patients are actually participating in this program, and the procedure they've had performed, and the actual count, the number of knee replacement surgeries, hip replacement surgeries, and so on. If I select the Southwest, I get the informational page about the Southwest. So I can begin to see exactly who has my devices in what parts of the country, and with the previous two screens we can actually track their rehabilitation success or their rehabilitation progress through the process of their entire rehabilitation program. So again, I hope this helps with understanding what the application's intent was. Again, just to introduce concepts of IoT, how to operate the application by connecting my sensor tag to the application. And if you have any questions, need any help connecting your sensor tag to this application, please feel free to give me a call and we can walk through the process of connecting my sensor tag to the application. Thanks once again. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care.